the wrong people. I started an earlier presentation on the 15 points for using real people in your book. And I gave you 10 of those points. Now I want to give you the other five. The other five. 5-point checklist. How to use real people in your book. Good evening, everybody. I'm Dr. Fred Jones. My doctorate is a Juris Doctorate. That's a law degree. I am a literary attorney, and I'm also a retired college professor. I'm a member of the United States Supreme Court Bar, admitted to the Louisiana Bar. Nothing that I'm going to share in this presentation is education, is legal advice. All of this is educational information only. Educational information only. So I want to encourage everybody to come in, and can I get you to put a comment in the chat box? Those of you who are watching over on Periscope, can I get you to put a comment in the chat box, okay? I want to know you are here. I want to know you are checking it out. 15-point checklist. I see 8 people over on Periscope. Would you let me know what state you're in on Periscope? But you'll just chime in and let me know what state you're in on Periscope, and I will say hello to you, and I will finish my presentation on the rest of these points that you will want to know. Okay, what state are you coming in from over on Periscope? All my users on Periscope, I want you to put that in, and we're going to get started. Washington, I see Washington. I see I did not finish my presentation, and I want to finish this bad boy, and I want to get it to you so that I can go watch. Hey, can somebody tell me what's the name of that Michael Jordan movie or documentary? Can somebody tell me where I need to find that at? Is it on Netflix? Is it on Lifetime? Where is the Michael Jordan movie showing? My wife and I would like to watch that. Okay. Last Dance. Okay. Last Dance. That's it. Last Dance. Okay. Thank you, Brad. ESPN. Okay. Got it. Thank you. Okay. It's Last Dance and it's ESPN, and Deanne is from Washington and Brad is there. And you're over there. Okay, thank you guys. Thank you so much. Okay, let's get started, okay? So I'm Dr. Fred Jones. My doctor's a Juris Doctorate. I said to that. I started in this space in 1991. And 1991, I got started in this space, and I've been in this space since for a long time since then. I want to get started here. I'm not going to repeat all of the 15-point checklist that I gave you earlier, but I am going to give you the five other points here that you want to be aware of when you're writing and publishing a book, okay? Okay, so if you will, point number 1, we want to call this one number 11. Point number 11 is you want to always add a disclaimer, okay? Put that in the comment box for me. We'll call this point number 11. 11. Add a disclaimer, okay? Now, if you are talking about how much money you made, or if you're talking about how much weight somebody's going to lose, or if you're talking about helping somebody reach a particular objective, you might want to always add a disclaimer. Add a disclaimer. And the reason why you want to add a disclaimer is you may be able to help somebody get that result, but you don't know what their work ethic is going to be like. You don't know if they're going to do all the work. You don't know how they're going to show up, you see. And if you are writing a book about somebody and you make a promise that they're going to accomplish a particular goal or a result and they don't do it, then it could be a negative reflection on you. Therefore, you want to add a disclaimer. Can I get someone to put that in the comment box? Add a disclaimer, okay? Now, that's number 11. That's number 11. Okay, are you ready for number 12? Number 12. I want you to put in here an oops, okay? That's O-O-P-S. Oops, okay? And you say, what did you mean, oops? Oops is if you have been accused of defaming somebody, if accused of defamation, you might want to publish a retraction. Okay. And a retraction is nothing more than a big old oops. Okay. Add a disclaimer, Deanna. You are absolutely right. Absolutely right. I appreciate that. Add a disclaimer. You might want to say, oops, I didn't mean that. You see what I'm saying? I'm talking about how to use real people in your book. This is very important because, my friend, your book is intellectual property. Your book is intellectual property. And anytime you are putting intellectual property out there, then people are going to want to line up to try to sue you if they feel like you got something, if you got deep pockets, if you got this deep pockets. Okay. The second thing is an oops. Okay. Number 11 is add a disclaimer. Number 12 is an oops. Okay. And oops is a retraction. Other words, take it back. I did not mean it that way. That was not exactly what I said, what I intended to say. All those things are adding a disclaimer in your writing and publishing. And when you do this, all of this is helping you protect your intellectual property. Okay, that is the main goal here, is to protect your IP. Oops, let me make a correction. That is correct, Deanna. Oops, let me make a correction. I need to fix this. I need to change this. Okay, are you ready for number 13? Okay, put a number 13 on here. And number 13, this is number 3 of the 5 that I'm going to give you. And number 13 is, if you're going to use real people in your book, if you're going to use real people in your story, you might want to hire an attorney. Engage an attorney to review your manuscript. You say, well, that's a little heavy, sir. Why should I have to go out and get an attorney? If you're writing a book that's going to be taken to the big screens, and you know that this book is going to catch the headlines of all the leading journalists, my friend, why wouldn't you invest some dollars in retaining an attorney to read over your manuscript? Because the number one fear of everyday business people is the fear of being what? Sued. Did you hear what I said? SUED. The number one fear of every business person is the fear of being sued. Nobody wants to get caught up in litigation. Nobody wants to get caught up in a lawsuit. Everybody would like to just be happy and go on about their very day, doing the things that they would like to do in business, having fun, enjoying themselves. Okay. So engage the advice of an attorney. What I intended to say. Okay, that's right. When you post that correction, when you post that oops, is what you intended to say. Okay, number 14 is always reach out. Always. Okay, the 13. Oh well, I got my numbers mixed up. I said engage an attorney to pursue the draft. Engage an attorney to proofread the draft. Engage an attorney. Deanna, very good. Thank you. Engage an attorney to review your manuscript. Now, it is so important to do this, because if you don't, then real names, legal names, call an attorney. Okay. Okay, call an attorney. That's true. That's true. You need to reach out and get an attorney. Okay, so let's go to number 14. Number 14. Okay, always reach for truth when writing. Okay, number 14. Number 14. When using real people in your book, always speak the truth. Always speak the truth. Now, here's what is important to know. Truth is a defense. Truth is a defense. Always tell the truth, and the truth will stand on its own. Okay? The truth will stand on its own. Okay? So that's something that you want to keep in mind all the time. You want to keep it in mind all the time, and that is tell the truth in whatever you're doing. And then you will be in much better standing if at any time or at any point you are faced with litigation. Okay, so let me look down here my notes. Always reach for the truth. Okay, so the last 5 was this. Number 1, add a disclaimer. Number 2, publish a retraction. Number 3, engage an attorney. Number 4, always tell the truth. And are you ready for the final one? When using real people. When using real people in your book, always ask yourself this question. If what you're writing, you would not be proud, let's call it the billboard test. The last one is the billboard test. Would you want what you're writing placed upon a billboard? Would you want what you're writing placed upon a billboard so that everyone can see it? It's called the billboard test. Truth is a defense to libel and defamation. Okay, tell the truth. Tell the truth. Would you want what you're writing placed upon a billboard? That's very, very important. Number 15, the billboard test. Would you want everybody to know if it was on the evening news, if it was going viral on a social media platform, the billboard test? Would you want that put up on the billboard if they were writing about you? Okay, those are the last 5 of the 15-point checklist when using real people. If you want to know what the other ones are, go back and rewatch the previous live stream on my YouTube channel or on some of these social media outlets. That screen is there. Okay. Are there any questions from any of you on tonight's training? Are there any questions for any of you on tonight's training? This is Intellectual Property Day. Intellectual Property Day was Sunday. I'm celebrating intellectual property all this month. I'll be teaching and talking on the subject for the rest of this month on intellectual property as it relates to writing books, as it relates to publishing books. The legal interest that you own in your book is called your copyright interest. Okay, your copyright interest. That's the legal interest that you own in your book. And that's the interest that you want to protect it. Always ask yourself this question. Would you want what you are writing placed on a billboard for others to see? It's the billboard test. You are absolutely right. Absolutely right. Always ask yourself the question, would you want this stuff put on a billboard? Would you want it put all the way out there so that everybody can see it, so that everybody can see it? Okay, friends, that's all I have for you this evening. Okay, if you guys are getting value, leave me a comment in the comment space below, either on Facebook in the groups or on YouTube. Feel free to leave me a comment there, and I'll be more than glad to drop into there, and I'll be more than glad to drop in and comment on your comments if you'll leave me your comments in the comment box. Okay, so I want to just come in and give you value. I hope you're having a great day. 15 points on when you're using real people in your book. I've just given you a 15-point checklist. Many of you are writing stories about horrible things that have happened to you by somebody in the past, be it sexual abuse, be it physical abuse, be it verbal abuse, any kind of abuse or misuse. You've probably you've maybe been writing about it, and you're wondering, can I tell my real story? Well, go through this checklist, and hopefully this checklist will help you to tell your real story, because when you tell your real story, you show God's glory. When you tell your real story, you get free. You get free. You get free. And I want to see every one of you free to walk in your worth, to value your voice, and to create an economy based off of your best-selling story. So I'm Dr. Fred Jones, and I am going to look down here and see if there are any more chats or comments. I see a thank you. Okay, all right, okay, good deal, good deal. I came in late, but I always enjoy and enrich videos. Thank you. Always ask yourself the question. Amen. Thank you. Okay, all right. Hey, listen, folks. The most expensive thing you will ever pay is always going to be attention to the wrong people. God bless. Have a great day. Bye-bye.